Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so I hope this goes well today. The last two times I've tried to start a YouTube live, there have been technical difficulties that are beyond my control. Um, but hopefully today we won't have that. And I hope you guys are doing well. Oh boy, has it been there's been a lot going on since I saw you guys last. Now, I know I'm not usually here so early on a Saturday morning. It's unusual, but I did tell everyone in my last live that I would be here early this morning, so we're just going to go with it. I am a woman of my word. So I really would have loved to start at 8 o'clock today, like normal, but I had told y'all I'd be here early because I was supposed to travel, which plans changed. And now here we are. I imagine we'll have a bunch of people in the replay crew today. And I don't blame them. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Truly. Hello, native Floridian. Hi, Sue. Oh my gosh. Goodness, good morning, Sue. And hello, Pam. I'm guessing you haven't been to sleep. I'm guessing you haven't slept a wink. Well, hello, Dee Dee. Good morning, Jill. Hello, hello. Hi, Barbara. Well, more of you are awake than I anticipated. You know, usually on Saturday morning it's 8 a.m. when we get here. I have just about, hi, Paula K. And Heidi. I have just about finished my paper pad. So if you're maybe you're not familiar, but I am painting all of the pages. My paper pads from now on will be hand illustrated and hand painted. And I just have one page left of the Swan paper pack, and then I'm moving on. So that's exciting. Just trying to catch all up on a few things. I keep losing my sketchbook. I did art hang party last night I did it. It was live the other night. But I just did it last night because the house was quiet. And so with my acrylic markers, I just drew some fruit, quickly timed, like 3-minute sketches from Art Hang Party, and that was a lot of fun. You might not be familiar, like you might be wondering, what is Art Hang Party? It is a art party, virtual art party, that is hosted by Melissa Martin. That's how you can find her here on YouTube. And so it's just a fun timed kind of draw with me. A few people do things like that, but I just really like Melissa, and I usually like her subject. And they were painting on watercolors, but I was on the sofa, so I just painted with acrylic markers and did really quick sketches. So I've just been sketching around. What we're going to do today, I'm not going to paint my final sheet with you guys of the paper pack because I think it's going to be my hardest sheet. It's going to be the cut apart ephemera sheet. So I'm going to leave that. I still have some designing to do with that. So let's draw an envelope from this DIY Advent that Angie sent me. Let's draw an envelope, and it's going to be a Christmas one. But today we may paint. We might make more poinsettias for Christmas cards. We'll definitely make some cards. Who knows what we'll do. Also, Blossom's here with me today, so you might hear more puppy activity than you normally would. Princess Buttercup is in the house. I know I was gone for, I caught some of Tracy and Bill last night, but not too much. Yay, Christmas paper. Oh, we can have some fun with that. I'm looking, getting ideas. Thank you, Angie. She sent me some Christmas paper. How fun. You know, we might just get out my Timmy box and just Timmy these up real quick, and I could have 5 Christmas cards in a flash. Now, looks like these are all sized perfectly for 5x7 cards. What do you know? Let's get out a card base and find out. This thin paper that I used to cut a bunch of card bases, I've been using to practice on, but we'll try to use some today as well for these cards because they'll have layers, so I think they'll be okay. Yep, they're sized perfectly. How's everyone doing? Did y'all have a good week? Yes, we got to Timmy these up 100%. That's just what this paper is screaming for. Timmy time. Oh man, guess what? My son has, I can't remember the name of it. But basically, he has a cyst at the base of his spine, and it's a hereditary thing. Doctor says he was probably born with it, and it has an infection. The cyst does. He's in terrible pain, you guys, and on antibiotics. It's just been busy since I saw you guys on Thursday. Was just wild. I should have known it because even our live was a little more interrupted than it would have normally been, and a little more different. So I should have known. Like when I started, y'all couldn't hear me and I had to restart the live. That should have been one of my clues that it was going to be a day. Okay, so the Timmy box has already been like deconstructed, and it's now just a pile of ephemera. So let's do this. Yeah, I was thinking about pieces like this, but the only thing about pieces like this isn't gonna work on a 5x7. That will not do. So we'll have to kind of play around and figure it out. I don't really like, this is too bright. This is about right. It needs to be tonally about the same for me to be happy. Can always throw a tree in the mix. And some season's greetings. We'll just play around a little bit here. This is our warm-up, so we just won't take it too seriously. How about that? All right. So I didn't get to watch Craft Roulette last night. My brother came into town. We were supposed to meet halfway to exchange our mom. You know how divorced parents meet up and exchange their kid? Well, we needed to meet up and exchange our mom. But because of Young Z's illness, he decided he'd come all the way and pick up mom. for Thanksgiving. And that's why Princess Buttercup is with me. Ruh-roh, I forgot to put any sweetener in my tea. I'll be all right. It'll be okay. Let's grab this little darling right here. I wonder if she could go on this card. I don't know. You know, we were talking the other day about like not everybody likes those Timmy people. And so, you know, there are alternatives like this little adorable paper doll girl. Let's stamp her up and see how she looks on this card. We'll color her up like a Christmas angel. I actually have a lot of these paper dolls from Red Lead Paperwork. So let me grab those other girls so we have more options. Oh yeah, and I have this cute little guy. We've got so many options. Oh, she's a cutie. So many cuties. I love my Red Lead stamps. Okay, I think I grabbed all of them. And I was wrong. Okay, now I think I have them all. So let's just look at all of our options here. This lovely lady, of course, Buttercup when she was a baby. This little cutie, and she has a doll. I kind of feel like she's kind of perfect. We might throw the little one on there. I think these are all too big, but they're fabulous. One of mine didn't get put back together again. That girly, oh, love her, love her. Oh, I love this little rabbit too. And he's definitely in a winter coat with his little hat on. So I think we might use him. And then I have a couple of dresses. It might even be cute to throw a dress on there. And then this girl with her dolly. She looks petrified. Okay, let's do this. Good morning, Kim. Tracy, Bill, and Mary, that's a good combination, isn't it? I did catch just a tiny bit of the replay, not too much. I want to watch the whole thing. It'll just have to come later. I've been up since 4. I could have been watching it, but I wasn't. I was taking care of a dog and doing other things. Okay, I really like this little bunny. Let's start with the little bunny. And I'm glad some of these stamp sets, not all of them, but some of them come with 2 different sizes for scale, which is really nice. Heading to the city at 8 to pick up grandkids at the airport. How nice. It's awesome that they're able to come into town and be with you and your hubby, Vicky. That's great. Hope the food drive went well last night too. Let's see about this tree. I might put the tree behind. I don't really like it blocking that, but we'll just have to see. And then we've got this adorable little bunny. Okay, so I think we might move all of them over and put the bunny there. All right. grab some scrap paper. So what are y'all doing this weekend? I need to clean and prep for Christmas decorations. I think Sparkle Heart and I, the kids are out of school now until the Monday after Thanksgiving. So they've got the whole week off. I think we might do some crafting, Christmas crafting. She painted this big wooden gingerbread decoration that we got at Hobby Lobby, and it turned out so cute. It's really large. I'm trying to think of how tall it is. It's at least 3 to 4 foot tall, the decoration is. And it's made of wood, and she painted it with acrylic paints. And it's like 3 gingerbreads stacked, standing tall on top of each other. So there's already been some Christmas crafting going on. But I'm thinking we're going to do more. And we're going to decorate our house before Thanksgiving even, because this year we're feeling extra festive. So we're going to lean into that and just go for it. In my family, it was always a tradition to put the decorations up after the day after Thanksgiving. You know, back in the 80s, we didn't have Black Friday, so there was no tradition of shopping. There was a tradition of putting up Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving. And I've kind of kept that up for my family. But this year, we're going to break the mold. And we're going to go with put them up before. Okay, I got to think about, I think I'm going to put a little blue into this situation, but I'm going to mute it because I want it to fit the theme. I got these cardboard trees. They're just like cones, really. They're like cardboard cones. And we're going to cover them with like fabric and costume jewelry, like rhinestones and sequins and like fancy trim, like the sari silk, not sari silk, but you know, like sari trim and stuff. And we're going to decorate these trees. They're about 18 to 24 inches tall. So that'll be fun. We're just going to glue the fabric on them. There we go. So that's one of the things. I was saving that to do with my mom, but we ran out of time, so we'll see. We might try it first, and if it goes well, I'll go get some more of them from Hobby Lobby, and then we can make some with Grandma too, because I know she's going to want some. And she's crafty. That's where I got it from. I don't know what this adorable little guy is holding in his hand, but he's holding something. Let me look at the picture and see if I can figure it out. It's like a toy. It's like a bird on a stick. I don't know. Maybe it's not, but that's just kind of what it looks like to me. And then we'll use this green for his hat. You were awake too early. Now it's 6:39, our time to have to start my mac and cheese and corn casserole for our family's Thanksgiving meal today. Oh, y'all are doing it today, Jill? Fun. You know, I know when you have children who are out of the house, you gotta like align schedules and things. Makes sense. Have a little brown bunny because that's what lives in my yard. Probably 50 brown bunnies because, you know, bunnies get busy and suddenly you got lots of them everywhere. We like them though. Buttercup has become quite the hunter. I do have to watch her in the yard because the bunnies feel like this is a safe haven because our dog won't bother them. She just likes to watch them and hop with them. She'll never, she, she literally will not harm a fly. One day she was in the kitchen with me this summer and there was a fly buzzing around and she was getting annoyed with it. So, you know, she like chomped her teeth at it. Well, she actually got the fly in her mouth and then just like spat it out. She was so grossed out by it. She was like, oh my gosh, that was disgusting. So yeah, our dog would literally not hurt a fly. Pantry went well last night. We had 69 families. Yeah, pick up food boxes. Yeah, we're definitely donating to the food bank and of and yes, there is a definite need. I'm so glad y'all did that, Vicki. You know, it always feels good to help others. My brother and I were talking about growing up. We're both, he was saying, you know, he's like Peter Pan. I was like, oh, me too, me too. And, but we were talking about the peace of mind. There is a little more as you age. You got to grow up a little because you need your peace of mind. Anyways, when we give and help others, it definitely increases our peace of mind. Miss Shay, how are you this morning? Hello, Linda Veal. So nice to see you so early in the morning. I don't know what to do with this situation. It's just not clearly a bird to me. So I think I'm going to go with paint the cuff and these little patches on his jacket. His mom's had to fix up his jacket for him a time or two. And then I think I'll just paint it brown like it's the bunny's hand and move on with my life. There we go. Something like that. We're going to paint it like a mitten. I actually think it is a mitten now that I've got the paint on it. I think that's what it was the whole time. For the stick that he has in his hand, I don't know. We'll paint it like a candy cane. Just a little bit of red. He's got a candy cane. He went to see Santa Claus. Okay. I've told y'all this story. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I told y'all this story one time, but like we took young Z to see Santa Claus. He was 3 years old. I'll never forget it. We took him to see Santa Claus. And Santa Claus asked him what he wanted for Christmas. And he said, a dum-dum. And Santa looked at him and he was like, do you mean the sucker? And he was like, yes, I want a dum-dum sucker for Christmas. And Santa's like, okay. And it was so funny because off to the side in a bucket, Santa had a bucket full of dum-dums. Oh my gosh. I think Enzi probably just saw the bucket of dum-dums at some point or saw kids walking away with them. And I think he kind of just went with it. But yes, he got exactly what he wanted from Santa Claus that year immediately. He got his dum-dum. It was so cute. At the time, though, Santa and my husband and I both didn't think he saw the bucket or knew that there were dum-dums in this equation. And so we just all had a really good laugh about it. He was also about that age once he figured things out for himself. I think I've told that story too. He's just too smart. It's not cut off his foot. There we go. This little guy is so cute. I think he's just going to be perfect right here. Yep. Okay. Like, I'm good with that. Are y'all good with that? I'm good with that. I'm sure there were some Timmy people in this box, but I don't know where they went. Is Teresa here? Hello, good morning. It has been a while. How are you? So, how about you guys, as I'm making a Christmas card, share some of your Christmas traditions? What is your favorite, or let's talk about Thanksgiving. I'm making a Christmas card, but Thanksgiving is coming up. So, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dessert? I want to know what y'all's favorite Thanksgiving dessert is. Maybe there's some things here that I've never heard of once we start to share. Gosh, he's super cute on there, even without the big sign. Just by the, because this kind of makes a little more sense since this tree is in nature. And it looks like he's just walking right by it. Let's do this. Let's move this over here. Let's just play around for a minute. Put the post office up here because that's kind of where it goes. Let's see. If there's maybe a different piece of ephemera. Surgery on December 5th. Knee surgery. Ooh. My mom keeps avoiding it. But I think she'd have a better quality of life if she would go for it. Let's see. What else can we put on here? I hope that goes well, Teresa. I hope it does give you a better quality of life, less pain, more mobility. Be thinking of you. Oh, here's some smaller ephemera pieces. Kind of like that. With the nature scene and the blues, kind of like that. All right, just playing around. Oh, here's something that looks like a stamp, kind of. Oh, yeah, it is. I like it. It's a really different little scene, but I'm going to go for it. Thanks, Jill. I mean, it's coming together, I think. So let's do it. Let's go for it. Very different. Great warm-up little card. I meant to bring in my box of scraps. So we're going to have a scrapathon, I think, all next week. And I'm going to invite some special guests to come and join us. So today I was thinking about kicking it off with you guys. But these aren't necessary. These aren't scraps. These are from a kit that Tim released with Simon Says stamp. I can't remember. August, July, September. I don't know. Can't keep up with those kinds of things. I think he did it in August. This kit came out. He did like a little class with it. So these are not scraps, is the only point I'm trying to make. Well, I am a pumpkin pie girly. I love pumpkin pie. And I was at Costco the other day and I could not believe they have a pumpkin pie that's as big as my car and it's $5.99. I don't know how they do that because my grocery store, their pumpkin pie, half a pumpkin pie is $8.50 at the grocery store. Half of one, not a whole one. Half. And the only time I think I would ever buy half a pie is if I wanted a lot of flavors, and so I bought multiple half pies. I think we have done that around here before. Because now the grocery store is getting to where they sell you half a pie. I don't know if y'all's grocery store does that, but our HEB does. So I think it was last year we got half a pecan, half a cherry, half a pumpkin, and half another flavor. I don't remember. Oh, apple walnut. So we ended up with 2 pies, but 4 flavors. Hi, hey, Larry. Yeah, HEB pies are good. Hi, Paula Rise. Yeah, I really not ever had anything from Costco I didn't like. Except for one day, they had all their testers out, and me and Sparkleheart were in there, and I hated everything I tried. Some of the things I couldn't even swallow. I was just like so glad they had a trash can next to the samples. But that was just an off day. And it wasn't anything that Costco made. It was like the things that they were carrying, and it was all health food stuff. And it's not that I don't like healthy food. That stuff was just terrible. Found out I'm not a kombucha girl that day. All right, let's see what we can do with this one. Let's see, there are other frames. Like this one would work. Larry, I so want to paint those pictures you sent me. I took them out immediately and showed them to Dr. Sharp because he was here at the time. And we were just oohing and awing over all of them. And I was like, I want to paint those. So I have that in my bucket list, my painting bucket list. Oh, that's pretty cute, but we don't need that right now. Let's see if we can throw in another one of these little girls with her dolly. Let's see. I think there's 2. There's this girl with her doll. And this girl, but I think she's too big. She's too big. Let's cut her legs off. Don't really want to do that. Let's go with this girl. I did, Miss Paula. It was A2, Holiday Colors, paper. The random was like fancy paper or something. The parameter. I don't remember what the main element though. Right now, I don't remember the main element. It's not coming to me. Mountains. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, we could make a craft roulette card because I'm just sitting here messing around today. I don't have any big objectives other than just create. So let's make a craft roulette card next, and I'll get it submitted. I had to stamp her on watercolor paper. It went okay. It didn't go great. But yeah, she's going to work out just fine on there. These will be cards I send out, so I'll keep them flat. So the last card we made, super flat. I sent out 15 cards the other day, and my thick cardstock, I had to put 2 stamps on every card. It's kind of lame. That's the only thing that's about using a thick card base and then adding a bunch of layers like I like to add is that you're going to double your postage. Whereas these are going to be on thin card bases, so I can probably get away with 1 stamp. All right. What colors? She's going to wear a red Christmas dress. That's what she's going to wear. I am going to add a little bit of green just to kind of mute it a little bit. There we go. She's feeling festive in her red dress. Purple would have also been a nice choice. Well, if we don't like the red, we'll go purple. Okay, so now I'm already thinking about my craft roulette card. If I want to do literal mountains or if I want to do things that live in the mountains. Let's see. Holiday colors, mountains, fancy paper. My fancy paper might just be watercolor paper. And as much as watercolor paper costs, that's pretty fancy. Of course, we might, you know, add some foiled paper in there or something. All right, little red Christmas dress. Let's throw in some purple. Why not? There's some kind of detail here on the front of her dress. Doesn't really look purple now. I think we might just give her a purple dress. My mother and father-in-law are headed to the Amazon rainforest for the next month. I'm sure that'll be an adventure. All right. Mountains. Yes, yes, yes. You should be able to use the 2nd ounce. Yeah, I was, Paula. Yeah, which those are a little cheaper than a whole 2nd stamp. I bought a bunch of stamps recently, and they are not where all of my stamps belong. So that's no good. I used up all of my old stamps because I wanted to send even more cards, and I will be as soon as I find the stamps I just bought. And y'all know stamps are not cheap. And I usually always put them in one place, and they were not there. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave her like that. And this will dry back. But there we go. So you guys, I think for my channel members, I'm about to make a bunch of my old videos, which y'all are probably like, oh, great. For my, just my old archives, because I have like 1,000 videos here on YouTube. And I think I'm going to move a bunch of them over to just members only. And so you guys will always be able to see those. I'll leave a bunch up for everybody else too. But I am thinking about moving a bunch of stuff over for the channel members that'll just be there. Also, I want to try to do channel member lives. Her Dolly's gonna have a red dress. This is all just thoughts. It's just things I've been thinking about. And let's put some of those red, some of that red in the flowers on her hat here. Also, for channel members, I'm going to share, my finished, like showing y'all my papers and stuff when I get them done. I have one more page to paint. I'm going to paint it today and be done, so I can send everything to my printer. So we should have some things over there. And then discount codes. I always give my channel members discount codes for the shop. So I am thinking about you guys. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for everybody. You know, not everybody can do channel memberships. And it's hard because, you know, so many channels have them. You can't support everybody. And, you know, I get it. I understand. And I'm not worried about it for a second. There's still going to be plenty that I do here for people who aren't members, so no pressure. But for the people who do support my channel monetarily, I've just been using it kind of as a tip jar lately. I'm just wanting to add more features there for you guys. So for all of y'all, like Jill and Larry and others, and all you guys, Linda Veal, hi Beth. I just want to put a little extra there for you. That's all. Did you get last night's promo? Yes. Oh, thanks, Jill. Yeah. If you like these, you got to check out Red Lead Paperworks. They do make some of my favorite stamps. So redleadpaperworks.com. They make amazing stamps that I love to color or paint. In this case, paint. What color should our tights be? Should I do? I'm going to put a little brown in there. Like she's wearing nude tights. Okay. There we go. I think she's good. I'm going to darken up her shoes. Just a little bit. Might put a bow on them. Little purple bow. And call it a day. She's done. All right. Let's see if she even goes with the paper. It doesn't look like it. I should have had my paper out. We might be able to work. Look, if we can't make her work on here, we'll put her on one of my poinsettia cards, okay? That I painted with Karen, because I still have a bunch of those to finish too. And then after this card, I'm just going to cut that off. We will make a craft roulette card or two. Hear that? Or two, because we might just get going with those parameters. Honestly, this card, oh, it's not A2. Oh man, A2. Otherwise, this one could have worked. Because, you know, there's bunnies in the mountains and trees in the mountains. And it's holiday colors and it's fancy paper. It's just not an A2. Dun, dun, dun. I am probably the only card maker who's like, oh man, it's A2. But I know a way around that too. I'll just put an A2 panel on my 5x7 card if I want to. All right. Bye, Larry. Have an awesome day. Say hi to Debbie. And hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. She's okay, but she's not great on there. Let's pull out one of those poinsettia cards. Mosquito came in here. I'm gonna have to try to kill that thing. Definitely don't allow mosquitoes. Let's put them on let's put her on one of these. I'm thinking a purple one. We also have blue. Aw. I think I like her on this one. Let's put her on this one. Just checking all my options. Let's put her on this one. You received your first Christmas card. How fun, Vicki. Yeah, I need to get mine going. Obviously. Whoa, sorry, I must have hit the camera when I was chasing a mosquito. I don't know how it got in here. If y'all hear me whacking things, you know why. I think I hate mosquitoes and flies equally, which is a lot. I'm thinking about fussy cutting this out. You know what? I need to keep it flat. That's right. I really need to keep this flat if I'm going to mail it off. So let's just paint in the backgrounds. Let's see. Yeah, I think we can make this one work. Okay. Let's paint in the background for this. Let's do a blue. These are my core watercolors from Golden, if anybody's wondering what I'm using. Blossom's like, oh yeah, I forgot you go into a room and talk to yourself. Dogs are really put off by us YouTubers. like, why is she in there talking to nobody? She could be in here talking to me. We could be hanging out. I have to be real careful painting in the background here because these are watercolors, and I'm going to reactivate them if I get too much water near them. But I kind of like a background that's not just perfectly, like when I go back in and paint it in after the fact, I am liking that look. It kind of naturally creates a little bit of a white highlight around things because I don't want to get too close. Yeah, Jill, I think you'll like them. They also do beautiful nature stamps, like gorgeous. Like I got the bird out because I just can't help myself. Um, so they're not all people. Um, I just happen to like people, you know. Um, but they have a lot of nature designs. They have really nice quotes. So anytime you see me pull out, let me get it. Well, it's usually living right here on my desk. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. It's just buried. But anytime you see me pull out this box and it's got these stamps in it, these are all red lead paperworks too. And now these are a little spendy for the size and everything, but I don't really care because I just like the sentiments. But they do have their stuff. You get to decide if you want it on a wood block or if you want it in this red rubber cling mount style. So there are different formats that their stamps come into. Hi, John. Just woke up. It's almost Thanksgiving. Where's the turkey? Turkey? Say, I didn't wake up for this. I didn't wake up for you to give me a hard time, Biddy Penny. All right. Done. I like that blue. Oh, she's going to be so cute on there. Let's see if there's something in this pile of ephemera that we like with it, and then we'll make a craft roulette card. I'll have 2 more Christmas cards done, and we'll turn our craft roulette card into a Christmas card too, because I need to send mine out. Ooh, that little Merry Christmas with the 3 little bells. That's super cute. For some reason, I like it right there. Holiday. All right. Best. I like these old ones that look like the old tags that you put on your gift. Those are really cute. All right. What else? More of those. We'll leave the North Pole at night Arrive to your house Christmas Eve, Santa Claus. That's that same, basically that stamp that I have in that stamp set, um, but just shrunken down and put on a telegram thing. Super cute. I think I just like that Merry Christmas on there. I don't know where I'll put it. That's huge. All right, looking for more little pieces. Auditioning everybody today. Christmas greetings. This is kind of nice, this banner. That's kind of nice. I like red and purple together. Let's see if there's just one more thing. Those don't have anything on them. Oh, this says greetings. I was going to put it behind the Christmas greetings. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. A lot of this stuff is just big. Here's a poinsettia. Compliments of the season. I don't like any of those. Okay. I guess it'll be an indecisive Saturday. You know what I need? I bought the Tim Holtz dies that Simon released back a couple of months ago. Those would be really good because then I could just pop a sentiment on it. I think I'll just put this to the side for now, or should I finish it? Y'all let me know. I just had to die cut something real quick because I don't think any of those labels in there are really doing it for me. Thank you, Angie, for my lovely Advent, which I am truly enjoying. I've already got 3 more cards in the lineup here. So awesome. Finish it. Okay, I'll finish it. I'll finish it. I don't like leaving things unfinished. I just didn't know if y'all would want to wait for me to die cut out. I'm going to put all this stuff back in my Timmy box real quick. Get it off my desk. I did like that one. All right. All right, let's see if I can find those dies. That's the only thing, John. I don't know where those dies are exactly. I don't know if because their Simon Says stamp, if they'll be in his regular packaging or not. You want to see the first die set I ever got? I don't know where those are. The dies I was looking for, I don't know where those are. Sorry, I can't really finish it if I want to put one of those sentiments on it because I don't know where they are. I looked. This is the first die set I ever got, which cracks me up because you don't even need a die set for tags, but this was the first one I ever got. I'm looking for a year. It's called the Tag Collection. $20.15. Yep. That's right. I keep it because, you know, it was my first die set ever. Sorry, John. I don't know where that die set is. I should have it handy, but I have to clean my craft room. My craft room is not orderly right now. So things, if they're not, you know, it was like the scorpions, which I found the scorpions. They were in with my critters. I had moved them. I used to never keep them with my critters. I keep them with my 6x8. I do have this. I've never used this. This is a Mindless Crafting tag set. The thing is I'm wanting to keep this really like one layered. Because I want to mail it off. All right. What I might do, how about this, is move on to my next card and come back and finish this when I'm feeling more like I know what I want to do. I'm lacking direction right now. And that's just no fun for anyone. But, you know, I don't like leaving things unfinished. So it is really hard. But I just tell myself, I'm going to come back to it today. All right. In honor of Tracy and Bill, we'll see if we can use this label. Yeah, I really was bummed I didn't get to watch last night in real time and cheer them on. And I know it was fun because it's Tracy and Bill and Mary. Of course it's fun. All right, mountains, fancy paper. A2 and holiday colors. Got a few things swimming around in this brain of mine. What I was thinking was putting, like clustering the labels. I don't love it. We're going to move on. I love this. I think what I really want is that stamp, that die set that I'm thinking of. It has sentiments, and it has one that says joy. And I would think that's really what I want to put with this, is just one word sentiment and be done with it. So I'm going to put this to the side, and maybe we'll stumble upon that die set. Let's put this adorable little bunny back with his mother or father, his relative. Jill, here's an example. Don't mind me, John. I'm just showing your wifey even more stamps. But yeah, this is like an example of their nature stuff. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous stamps. All right. All right. Bunny's just going to have to go. There it is. Right back in here. Together again. All right, let's do this. Let's do a mountain thing. I'm going to use some watercolor paper to start. What size is this? Well, you know what to get her for Christmas. Am I right? All right. So I'm going to get my Be Inspired watercolor paper out. It's so fancy. I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. We may end up putting actual fancy paper on it, but if not, oh, I know. I know, Paula. It's so funny because most people who come on Craft Roulette only want A2, and I'm like, A2. But I know I'm in the minority on that one. Go ahead and cut a few of these. I'm just cutting it to 4 because I can get 3 strips because this paper is 9 by 12. I'm going to cut one down, put the other ones in my box. Cut this one down to 5 1/4. So we'll have a panel. There we go. Now I'm just thinking of watercoloring some mountains on here, but y'all probably already knew that. I think we could also put like a bunny or something on it. We could put something that lives in the mountains. I have these really cool old stamp sets that I love from, I love both of these a whole lot, from Hero Arts. They're old. I even, you know, they're old because I have the dies too, and I would not buy the dies for these days if I were to repurchase them, except for maybe this one with the tree because it cuts out all the parts. But I think we could incorporate like the fox or the bunny or the moose or the bear because we're talking about mountains here. And I love the moon, you know I do. And this is definitely like winter themed. Let it snow, thinking of you. The weather is so delightful. You make me feel warm and fuzzy. Season's greetings. So I think we'll incorporate this into the mix. Why not? As far as holiday colors, I mean, it's a little too easy. You absolutely love it. Yeah, I've been using it a lot too. I like it too. It's a good one. Angie was onto something. Okay, let's do, I'm going to do a light wash. Bye, love you. I'm going to do a light wash this blue in the background. There we go. Then we'll paint in some mountains. It's going to be very easy. So the mountains in the distance are going to be our lighter color. Typically, that's how you do it. The mountains in the distance are lighter, and as you work forward on your card, they get darker. I'm bringing up a picture to give you guys a reference. So, see, when you work, they typically are lighter like this. I really like this scene a lot. That's really nice. Here's some different, this is a nice example of different ways to paint mountains. I was originally thinking something like these at a distance, like layering the mountains, but I think that's kind of typical in what we'd all expect. I really like this one and this one too. I also like one of these scenes so we could bring in the animals. This is kind of what I had in mind a little bit. Obviously not the same colors. Options, so many options. Okay. Well, this is nice. We could do that, and then we could put an animal on it. Obviously, we're going to have green for Christmas, so we can get that Christmas holiday color parameter in there. All right. I need a different brush. All right. Hi, Christy. How are you? Let's do this green that's already on my palette here. Let's paint in a mountain range. Now, John sent me some really nice mountain photos, snowy mountain photos. Larry sent, did I say John or did I say Larry? I don't know what I said. Larry sent me some. They're in Vermont. And oh my gosh, they were amazing. You probably might see them on Debbie's Instagram, I'm guessing. Debbie from Project 39 mini albums and her husband Larry. And my favorite one was of Debbie in a red coat. It was so lovely because it was such a nice contrast from the rest of the landscape. Okay, just going in with a lighter color here to get a wash down. If you're wondering what I'm working on, I am working on my Craft Roulette card. How many of you have finished your cards already? Mountains. It's been raining a lot here too, Linda. Are any of you gathering things to make your own Advent? Yes. Well, I mean, I'm just going to use the Advent that Sweetheart Angie sent me, but I am going to be painting Advent prompts, and yes, Paula, I am going to be Adventing and arting for sure, crafting. in my own, in my own way. Super stoked. Let's add in, what are you gathering, Paula? What kind of Advent are you going to work on for yourself? Inquiring minds want to know. Let's tap in while this is wet. Okay, so I'm working wet on wet now. Some brown. Hey. Okay, hold on, guys. I got to BRB. So hold on. I do have a sick child, so hold on just a second. Y'all chat about Advents, and I'll BRB. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Is anybody still here? I'm so sorry. No, but like my son needed me, and family first. I didn't want to end the live. I just needed to take care of him. So, hi, Bethany. Hey, Angie. Angie, I opened an envelope today and I've made one card so far. This one. So thank you so much. Thanks for the Christmas paper. I made this little cutie and now I'm working on a craft roulette card. Okay, so scale wise, the images that I picked aren't really going to go with this, the stamped images, but we'll just see where we go. Today's kind of a weird day. I'm going to finish this card with you guys and probably sign off, only because I need to take care of young Z and see about things. Okay, so let's add in a little drama. This isn't still wet, so it might be a little hard. Let me get my stamped images back out. Where did they go? They're right here. So glad y'all are still here. Sorry for all of the silence. I guess maybe that was nice to have a little silence. Let's pick some animals. Yeah, we'll do, this is the background. So let's do the tree and maybe the fox. I love the bunny too. All right. Oh, looky here. What do I already have stamped and cut out? Yep, a tree and a bunny. All right, let's work with that. And this tree needs some work because the stamp and the die did not line up for me, and it's user error, not product error. But let's work this into the equation. That bunny's checking the tree. It's like, is there a bird in there? Let's see how we can do this. I think I need to extend the tree. I think I like it taller on, like, if I put it higher, then it gives the perspective that these mountains are further back. If I put it lower, you lose that perspective. See, so if I put it higher, like right here, I think it pushes those mountains back a little more. So the tree's a little short, but I think we can work it out. I'm going to bring the ground up to it. Another thing you could always do would be to extend it, stamp it again, put something over it. Maybe you could extend it or whatever, but I don't think we really need to extend it. I think what we need to do is bring the ground up to it. That bunny is huge compared to that tree, isn't it? It's almost like we should have 3 different pieces. All right, let's add some color to this tree. Let's see if we like it in this color. Now, I don't know what paper this is stamped on, and I don't know what ink, because this was already in the bag. But it's taking water fine, and the ink is not reactivating. So I must have been using like an archival ink when I stamped these years ago. All right, so we've got this nice mossy looking green tree now. Thank you for hanging out, you guys, and being patient while I took care of my son. I'm really hoping he doesn't have to have surgery, but he may have to have surgery. We will see. We will know by the end of this weekend. So I'm just hoping the antibiotics work. Otherwise, we might spend our Thanksgiving dealing with surgery. We shall see. So, John, y'all are having family food today? You're having your Thanksgiving with your kiddos today? I hope y'all have a really good time. Anybody else celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend? All right, now with this dark color that matches the tree, I'm going to kind of work in a ground here. And I need more. So I'm using a green plus a little black and just making myself a darker green that way. Creating a ground. This is a Dina Wakley brush. I really love her brushes. From Ranger. This is the 6. Okay. This tree is going to go about right here. Okay. And then we've got our little bunny. And I think the bunny is going to be pushed up a little more. I'm not really using any red today, so maybe I should pick the holiday of St. Patrick's Day, like shamrocks. Your mother-in-law used to have Thanksgiving on the Saturday after, so her kids could go to their in-laws on the actual day, plus gave them extra time. That's really nice. Hi, Caroline. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, so we've got this going on. I'm liking our background. I'm liking what we have going on. I don't know if I like the bunny. The scale of the bunny is just throwing me off. Ooh, look, this stamp set has a bunch of stamped stuff. Let's see if we like any of these other critters better. I happen to have plenty to choose from. See, this is why I store things like I do, because like I thought of these stamp sets. And so when I think of a stamp set, and then I already have some images stamped, it's just awesome. I know some people would want to store maybe all their critters that they already have stamped together. That's not a bad idea either. But I really like keeping them stored in their original packaging so that when I do think about a particular stamp set, I get this pleasant surprise of already having some things to choose from. We've got porcupine, and deer. I do like the deer, size-wise. I like the deer. We've got bears. Hello, bear. Bear's nice. The bear is nice because it kind of covers the base of that tree, but I did blend it pretty well so that the tree is just going to blend right into the ground of the background. So I don't have to cover it. We've got a moose. We've got options. Here's a darker moose. I like the moose. Baby bears and mama bears. There's no mushrooms. Don't think I'm going to put any of them on there. And then we've got the owl, and I did like the owl too, up in the tree. So I think that might be it for the scene. Put all this back in its... Yeah, I like the darker moose too. Yeah. Agreed. It'll be our first Thanksgiving without my grandma. Aw. I was hosted every Thanksgiving my whole life. Wow. That's going to be a noticeable difference. But I hope you guys are still able to have a nice time. Have y'all seen, speaking of grandmothers, have y'all seen the videos where the Christmas videos where people like gift themselves in front of their grandma and all their siblings like grandma's favorite t-shirts, and they unwrap it like it came from their grandmother? Oh my gosh, those videos are so funny. And they'll be like, I knew it, Grandma. I knew I was your favorite. Everyone's giving a stare, and Grandma's like, I didn't do that. I'm so sorry. That's not for me. Who did that? Pranking Grandma on Christmas Day. My grandma would have cracked up. My grandma probably would have said something like, well, yeah, you are my favorite. That's more of my grandma's speed. She probably would have gone along with it. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do now. I do want just a little more color in my mountains. So I'm going to bring in some water and re-wet them. I want the ridge, like this is the ridge here and the ridge over here, to be slightly more enhanced. So I'm putting clean water on these, and I'm going to come back in with a little more color. Brown. I'm just mixing all three of my browns. And I'm going to work that in. Now I know we've got that dark tree too, but I just want a little more something in there. All right. And a little more water. You don't need a mountain stamp set. You can do this too. Just need some watercolor or ink that you use like watercolor. Let's see how this looks now. Yeah, I think that helps the mountains. And then let's work in a little bit of that bright green, just a little back into this side here. Okay. I think we've got it. Okay, we're going to go for it. Oh, Jill. Yeah. How's John's mom? You know, that's one thing about, for me personally, the Day of the Dead being November 2nd, that I kind of like is that we can honor our family members who have passed and remember them and put their pictures up and put some flowers out and have time to remember them before we enter into the holidays. We've only been doing that the last couple of years, and I do really like that. It's like it's starting the holiday season remembering them. We are going to have to put him a little more central, I think, like this. He's a happy moose. And where's the bird? Bird. Where'd the bird go? Oh, there he is. He flew off over there. Oh man, we had such a beautiful blue jay in our yard yesterday. It was lovely, but it was one of those moments you can't capture on camera or anything because he had his breakfast in his mouth and he was on the move. But it was lovely to see him. Bye, Christy. I hope you have a great day. Sorry, I think I left as soon as you got here. Take care of my son. He has a gnarly infection right now, an cyst at the base of his spine. And he's in a lot of pain, very uncomfortable. And he actually needs care. So that's why we're going to sign off early. I'm glad he came to get me. All right. So that's that. Now, will I leave it as an A2 or will I put it on a 5x7? I don't know. Let me look and see. I've got these gray A2 card bases. Hello. Mediocre Arts and Crafts. How you doing? I don't know your... I probably know your name, but I don't remember right now. Okay, so it could be something so simple as that, because it's an A2 card. Holiday colors, I'm going to say St. Patty's Day, because it's green. Mountains, and the fancy paper is watercolor paper. Like, that could work. But for me, it's a cute card and all, but it's not... I don't think I can do it like that. So I'm going to put it on a 5x7. I know it's not A2. I'm going to put an A2 on a 5x7. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put something behind it. I'm pretty sure that's how this is going down. I'm thinking about, sorry, that's my chair rubbing against my desk. Thinking about what kind of, thank you, Linda. He needs those. Oh, Bethany, I can envision that. Yeah, we always tried to stuff 50 plus people in a tiny 2-bedroom ranch style house. But as the grandkids got too big, we started renting my grandma's church. Oh, so it'll be at the same church still. Well, that's nice. John, you think he needs a gold chain? That's hilarious. I just need some paper. I have some gel prints behind me. They're kind of fancy, aren't they? Handmade gel prints with metallic paint. Let's cut that down. Your Bug. Hi, Bug. That's right. That's right. It's been a little while. Don't mind me. I struggle with names. It was so funny because my husband started a new TV show called The Residence, and I called it The Renaissance because we hadn't watched it together yet, but he had talked to me about it. And I was like, oh, the Renaissance? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, wait, is it really called the Renaissance? And he's like, no, but you know, I was just going to go with it. I was like, you don't have to humor me. I know I call things the wrong name all the time. I already know that, so it doesn't upset me for you to correct me. We had a good laugh. By the way, we were really enjoying that show, The Residence. I know it wouldn't be for everyone, but we are really enjoying it. Okay. Now, we need something on this card that's technically an A2, so I'm going to cut a matte to go behind this. And I think I'll cut that out of black. Happen to have a piece right here from the other day. So this will be 4 1/4. By 5 1/2. And I can say that technically something on my card is an A2. On my 5 by 7. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, that was just me playing around the other day. Okay, this is better. I kind of like how rough it is, but then I also don't like it. I like it and I don't like it. Oh, in the viewing pane now I'm looking and I like it, so I'm going to go with it. It always makes me so nervous when you put your trimmer on your cards. Oh yeah, it's probably a bad habit. It's probably not recommended, huh? I was at my mom's house yesterday, so my brother came and she cooked for us, and I was doing the dishes, and her dish soap was so hard to squeeze. I was like, Mom, you got to be a weightlifter to do the dishes around here. Why is that? Why is that soap bottle so hard to squeeze? And we just laughed. Oh my gosh, my mom is so happy I'm painting again. She's like, oh, finally, you're painting again. Paint me a picture. So I'm going to paint her a picture. Now she has a room of her house, one of her guest rooms is decorated with my paintings from back when I used to paint all the time. That's the thing about painting is I used to paint on canvas and I had so many paintings. My mom has probably 10. My brother and sister-in-law have a couple. I mean, oh, and my husband was like, I'm glad you're painting again, but we don't have space for you to fill up a bunch of canvases. So I'm going to be mostly painting on paper or flat canvases, like canvas board, because it does become a storage thing. So right now I'm just filling up sketchbooks and making paper pads. That's all flat art, so that's good. That's easy to store. All right. We've got our fancy, technically our fancy paper. We've got an A2 card front, not an A2 card, but an A2 card front. Hi, Terry. Is it freezing in Alaska? I opened up the back door to let Buttercup out and Fazzy, and it was cold here. For the first time, I was like, oh, it's actually cold outside. It'll be short-lived. But it was actually cold. All right, we're going to turn this into a Christmas card because that's just what I need right now. I'm sure y'all can relate. Well, maybe y'all have been on it and yours are all done. But I have not. I need to get more Christmas cards made. So in these were some good sentiments. Let it snow, thinking of you. The weather outside is so delightful. Hope, joy, peace. I love those. Those are usually sentiments that I go for at Christmas time. Wishing you all peace. Wishing you all joy. That's really nice. Let's check this out. Take pics of all your paintings and turn them into a coffee table book. Oh, yeah. You know what I was actually thinking is making a calendar. I used to do that. I used to make calendars just for like my parents and my mother and father-in-law with the kids' pictures from the year. I haven't done that in so long. I haven't done it in so long that I forgot I used to do it until the other day. I was like, oh yeah, I used to make calendars. Wishing you all peace. Like maybe I can just stamp it right into the artwork. It's risky, isn't it? And what color would I stamp it? Black? I don't know. We're just going to audition it real quick. On a scrap piece of paper. Yeah, I think I like it with black. We're just going to go for it. It's just a card. It's just a piece of paper at the end of the day. If we don't like it, it'll be okay. You like dark brown, and I've already I'm already committed to the black, which I think just ties in with the, there's black in the gel print right there, and there's a black matte. So, wishing you all peace. That works for me. It's not like my favorite card I've ever made, but I like it. That'll work. They don't all have to be the favorite card we've ever made, right? I do like the snowflakes, but I'm not going to add them because I don't think I'll like it more. I could potentially like it less, so I'm not going to add them. Okay, I think that's it. Let me take a picture with my phone and see if I think that's it. It's interesting to see your stuff. Like, you know, not everyone has a YouTube channel, obviously, or whatever, but like, it's interesting to see your work in different ways. There's something about seeing it on a screen, for example, like if you take a picture of your work, it somehow changes your perspective. I do definitely like the mountains. I like a lot of things about it. I'm wondering, as I look at the picture, if I should color in the moose, the bird, and the sun. I think it's a moon, but whatever. The planet or moon. Thanks, Caroline. But yeah, now that I kind of look at it on the screen, I think maybe I need to color that in. Let's start with the moose. I just think the moose and the bird, I might like it better if they were painted as well. Not real dark. We just want a real light wash. So I'm gonna add a lot of water and just go in and just kind of lightly wash it with a little bit of color. His face needs some color. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Now for the bird. It's an owl, so should he be blue? Not really. He should probably be brown. Again, a really light color. Yeah, I like that better too. Okay. It's not earth-shattering, but it kind of just blends. I think it blends them together more. Let me take another picture. Oh, that's so cool, Jill. Yeah, it's fun putting the calendars together. And you know, there's a lot of services where you can do it pretty easily, especially these days. Okay, so let's look at the before and after. So before, I think the characters just stood out more. All that white on them, on the bird, the owl, and the moose, right? And then now, it's not a huge difference, but there's definitely a difference. It's blending them and making them definitely a little more soft and a little more blended into the scene. So I think that's what I prefer. All right, let's go back to this little cutie over here. And then I will let you guys go, but I am wondering if I can finish this card and be happy with it. Keep wanting to put this on there. it's probably better not to force it. And I think I like her facing the flower better. Right here. Oh, I like this. And then maybe we can use one of the sentiments from over here, like joy or hope or peace. All of them work. Let's do hope. I think we all need a little more hope. Oh, she is so fancy, Bug. She is one fancy girl. Okay, hope. We all need more hope. I'm holding on to hope right now that my son does not, that this infection heals and goes away with the medication, and we don't have any complications from his infection. So I'm holding on to hope. All right, let's stamp hope in a dark purple so it ties into our card. Find a dark purple. I know I have one. Crown Me from Simon. You know what's kind of perfect about this, actually, is that the dress, the girl has a purple dress and her dolly has a little red dress. So these kind of totally work. See, John, I just needed a little space from the card to be able to finish it, because I could only see it going one way and I couldn't find the dies. But I don't really get joy from forcing things. So that's why I will, if I felt like too much like I'm forcing it, I will stop myself and walk away from it and come back to it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. This is going to be a card, Jill. This is going to be a Christmas card. I'll have 3 Christmas cards done. I don't love the craft roulette one, y'all. I'm just going to say it. I don't love it. Which means I think I can finally destash those stamps and dies. I think I'm coming to a place where if I use it and I don't enjoy it, I don't really like it, it's time to let it go. It's just really hard because it's like, oh, I love both of those stamp sets. I think they are great. They just don't serve me anymore. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So I think I'll put those in my D-stash. Okay, let's put this on a card front. And make a card out of it. I need a Godzilla moment this morning. Yeah. I'm never opposed to the idea. John, I'm probably going to end the live and then do some art journaling. And I need to finish illustrating my last page of my new paperback. Okay. So now what do we put behind her? That is the final question. I've got, ooh, maybe. This is a scrap from when we were crafting the other day. I don't hate it. That's on the other side. That's one scrap. I know we had more than one. Here, I think that these patterns are fine, but I don't know that I like these colors with my girly. This is an embossed piece from Angie. Oh, I like that. Okay, and I think we just color this. We paint this. This is such a pretty embossing folder. I love this embossing folder. I had originally planned on using this with creating a scene in here. So I don't know that I want to use it on this card because I really have a vision for this. All right. You know, I'm very seldom indecisive, but today I feel really indecisive. Good morning, Cordelia. Yeah, I feel really indecisive today. Let's see. If there's something in one of these are my last two Christmas Advent envelopes. This one's Sentiment. Oh gosh, they're amazing. Awesome. From Dare to Be Artsy. Angie, I remember y'all went to Dare to Be Artsy, didn't you, when we were all in Kansas City? And Santa Baby. Ooh, and a hot rod. Ooh, and another hot rod. Nice. These will be fun. And a gingerbread. Okay. Magical, wonderful, awesome. Won't work for this card. I think part of today's problem is that I'm being very lazy. I like this. I think I might just go with this. The doily in the background. And trim it at the edges. Maybe put some photo corners on it. I don't know how I feel about today's cards. But hopefully y'all have enjoyed the session. It's probably another good reason to go because I don't know how I feel about today's cards. Hey, Commander Alpha Turkey, welcome back. I don't know where my photo corners are. See, everything is just a little off today compared to normal. And it's good for you to see this because we all experience this. We all experience off days. And that's totally normal. I'm thinking the gold ones, but let's go through and see if there's anything else. Oh, the blue is nice. Blue is an option. Those are rose gold and regular gold. Yeah, my son is Jill, on my mind, Jill. 100%. I think gold. 100%. I've got him on my brain. I need to make sure. I gave him his medicine when I did the BRB. I made his bed with fresh sheets and blankets. Got him his medicine. Got him a little bit of, he makes his own protein bars. Got him some of his protein bars. But I still just want to go check on him. Okay. Yes, like the photo corners with a doily. This will work. I mean, this is probably going to one of you. All right, so let's get this glued down and I'll let you guys go. Jill and John Pounds, the whole Pounds family, enjoy your Thanksgiving together, everyone. I will be back before Thanksgiving, but they're having theirs today. So that's why I'm wishing them a good one. Enjoy the turkey, take a nap. Too bad there's not a football game to watch. At least I don't know. I don't know anything. I shouldn't say that. There probably is a football game to watch. Maybe college people do it on Saturdays. I have no idea. I'm not a sports girly. Now there's European football. Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. But surely. I'm sure Manchester United or somebody's playing. And I'm just going to glue down the photo corners. What's kind of cool about making a card like this is the person can take this off, and if they're a journaler, they could journal on it, pop it in their journal, and not have to keep the whole card. I definitely want to paint more of these poinsettias. I truly enjoyed that session. If you want to see how I painted these, check out, it's a live stream from a couple of weeks ago with me and Karen McCoy, and we painted poinsettias with watercolor. Hey, Jim. Jim, thanks for sending me that joggles thing. The ATC, that was really sweet. Okay. I like it. I don't love any of the cards that I've made today, and that is fine, but they'll do. They'll do. And I had fun hanging out with all of you, which is what really matters to me. But these are the 3 cards we made today. Totally random, kind of weird. Not 100% my jam, but also, yes, they are. So at least I got to watercolor and I got to play with ephemera and some stamping. I got to do all the things. I just can't say that I was on my creative stream fully. But we made this one first. And what I do like is the bunny outside. And I like this scene. And I like how vintage it all is. And I think we made it work. So this was our warm-up card. Warming up to what? A bit of a disaster, really. And then we started this one, but didn't finish it till just now. And then we made a craft roulette card. So that's what we did today. You like them, Norma? Hi. Hey, Heidi Ryan. Thank you. Hi, Sal. Hi, VJ. Good to see you all. Night, night, Sal. Sleepy time. Oh man, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will be back here with you all on Monday. I do need to figure out like when I can have a couple of guests on to work through scraps, and then So I think we'll be working with scraps next week and have some scrappy ideas. Thank you, Linda. Thank you guys. Y'all are too kind. Y'all are so sweet. Um, but yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for spending your early Saturday morning with me. For those of you who are on the morning side of things, or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. Thank you. Yes. So Monday, we have to reach back out to his doctor and give updates and find out if it's time for surgery or not. So, healing prayers for young Z would be amazing. Would be really wonderful. If you want to add him to your list, we would be honored. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If you're celebrating this weekend for Thanksgiving with your families, enjoy that. We will be cleaning and decorating for Christmas this weekend. So that's what I'm off to do and to take care of my sweet boy. And for those of you who are traveling, thank you, Jim. Let's wish everyone safe travels if you're going anywhere. Um, we want you to get there safely and back home and enjoy yourselves. I'll be back with you guys on Monday. Bye, everyone. Much love. Love to you all.